The prophets, prophet and shepherd, I can use that interchangeable. The prophets were lying, telling Israel that everything was all right. At the same time, the true prophets of God were saying, God's going to get you. If you don't cut this out, God's going to get you. If you don't cut this out, God's going to get you. The prophet tells you, if you don't cut this out, God's going to get you. Is that the kind of prophet you all want? Come on, y'all talk to me. You want a prophet that's going to tell you, if you don't cut this out, God's going to get you?
Yes.
I thought that's what you wanted. I thought that's what you want to hear. I thought that's what you want to hear.
Yes.
You don't want a prophet that prophesies all the time and tell you there's peace.
Yes.
You don't want a prophet all the time that tell you that 2013 is your year.
Turn around.
That's the year turnaround.
Okay. You better preach it now.
Somebody tell you 2013, this is a year of turnaround. I hear God say, this is a year of turnaround. How long are the prophets going to continue to lie?
You say it. You better say it. Make it plain now.
If you don't do something different, it's probably going to be like 2012 and 2011. If you don't do something different, if you don't get your act together and walk with God and walk in holiness, my goodness, I tell you, I want to tell you, I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you. You got a good shepherd.
Yes, thank you, Lord. Amen.
Follow the leaders. Follow the instructions of your leader. Follow your leaders. Forget what's going on television. Forget the liars. Forget the false prophets. Forget. You know what? One of the things, young people, those of you who are still acting youthful.
Yes, say that.
What I want to tell you is, the more you learn to submit to God and try to give Him what He wants. Come on, somebody. The more you try to give God what He wants. When you fall, get up. When you fall, get up. When you fail, God, admit it.
And quit it.
I spent some time in my life telling God, Lord, I love you more than my conduct. Y'all understand what I mean? Sometimes I find myself doing something foolish and say, Lord, forgive me. I love you more than this. Is there anybody that can say that? Yes. Is there anybody that can't? Everybody can say it. Everybody that's walking with God. You look around and say, Lord, I failed you. I missed the mark. Lord, I love you more than that. Lord, if you help me and stand me up on my feet again, I'll stand. Stand me up again, Lord. Stand me up again and I'll stand. Stand me up again and I'll do it right. Stand me up again and I'll get it right. God's standard of holiness has not changed. God's standard of holiness has not changed. Before we came in the service tonight, my wife and I were sitting in First Lady's office. And a young lady came in. Nice looking young lady, real young lady. She came in to get one of those leaves.
That's fine. That's fine.
And the first lady was so nice. And oh yeah, and she picked out a pretty one for her and pinned it on her, and she explained to us, she explained to my wife and me what was going on. And she explained to us. I'm going to tell y'all something. Don't let nobody tell y'all the Lord doesn't require holiness.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm going to tell this. Somebody, the Lord requires holiness. Now, I don't want y'all to think that I'm messing with women. But can you imagine somebody wanting to know, how can I tell my friend that's on a 40-day fast that she ought to cover herself at the top?
Right.
How do I tell my friend that's on a 40-day fast that she ought to put something on up here?
Yes.
Come on, anybody understand what I'm talking about? Yes. Y'all done got quiet. Y'all done left me alone. Y'all done left me out. Y'all done left me out by myself. The lady's on a 40-day fast. Yes. This ain't her first 40-day fast. She's been going on 40-day fast every year for years.
And she still got her stuff out.
Come on. Good. Come on.
How long are the false prophets going to lie and say it don't matter? Well, you're young and the Lord understands, and that's the way it is these days. And if we tell people to put on some clothes, they won't come back to church. And so we change the standard. I hope we don't.
No.
Not here?
No, not here.
Not here? Oh. One thing after another. Now, I mention that because that's obvious.
Right.
That's so obvious.
Yes.
And I don't know about y'all, but I get... Now, why is he talking about that? I talk about that because it embarrasses me.
Yes.
I talk about that because it embarrasses me. I don't like to be embarrassed. That's why I talk about it. I talk about things that I can see. Now, if you're doing something that I don't see, it probably doesn't embarrass me. You all think it embarrasses the Lord for people to be unseemly? I think if I'm charged with not lusting after you, you ought to be charged with covering yourself up. I done preached. I want to say, take instructions, people. I know you do. You got a good pastor. You're a good-looking church. Everybody looks saved. Sometimes somebody ought to come in and tell people you're doing good. And that's what I'm trying to, from what I see, you love the pastor. You love the house of God. This place wouldn't be looking like this if somebody didn't love it. If you didn't support the house of God. This place is not like this accidentally. You wouldn't be here on a Thursday night if you didn't love God. You love God. You support your church. You support your pastor. You come to church because you love God. And what I want to say to you is keep loving God. Love God like you love Him. Keep loving God. Do not go after the way of this world. Do not follow the course of this world.
That's right. Amen.
I got 5 minutes. I got 5 minutes and don't know how to use my 5 minutes. So I'm going to give y'all 5 minutes back. So you be here early tomorrow night.
Amen.
5 minutes. If I get started in 5 minutes, I'll go too long. So I'm just going to give you those 5 minutes back. And you can apply those 5 minutes toward tomorrow night. I love you. It's such a privilege. I'm so honored to the